guys, it's Britt. So tonight we're here with a completely different video than stuff that I typically film. I figured that this would be a good kind of conversation to have because I'm a little in the middle on this. I don't really have super strong opinions, and this just so happens to be a creator that I like and I really enjoy their content. So this is one of those situations where I kind of took a step back as a follower and I said, I don't really know if I fully approve of this, so I'm going to bring it to my YouTube channel and we're going to have a conversation about it. We will talk about doing business with friends. We will talk about feeling maybe a little conflicted about supporting somebody on social media. I'm sure some of y'all watching this video have seen something that I've said and said, I didn't really like that too much. You know, not my favorite moment. But I figured that we could just have a conversation. So if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so tonight we're here to talk about Tan, and Tan is a creator that I have followed for maybe about 8 to 9 months now, not quite a year, but he is a TikToker and he is a dog dad and posts, you know, cute videos, and I have liked his content. He is a positive person who is in sobriety, and like I said, he's obsessed with his dog, and I just think that he is a decent creator. He is not one of those people who is like toxic positivity. He's not a scammer. He's not a grifter. He's not somebody who is totally unrelatable. And I think that it's built him a really good fan base. Right now, he has 286.1 thousand followers on his TikTok, and that is the only platform that I follow him on. So I am really not sure if he's active on other sites, but nevertheless, I've watched him for a while, and a couple days ago, he posted a video saying that he was fired from his job. His job was in a retail store in the, I don't know if it was in Seattle or in the Seattle area. I'm not 100% sure on that, but the store sold clothing, and he would make TikToks from work, and it seemed like he was always, you know, in a silly, goofy mood and would post videos quite frequently from this retail store that he worked at. And a couple days ago, he posted a video, and that video has since been taken down. I cannot find it on his profile, but of course I will insert it for context purposes. But essentially, he went down the history of how he started working for his friend's retail store. They were friends first, and then had a professional relationship after the fact of them being friends. And Tan wanted to basically close the store to run an errand to go pick up some merch. Let me kind of lay the foundation for y'all. This is somebody who was working at a very small retail store. This is not like a store in the mall where there's constant foot traffic or anything along those lines. However, it was still a retail store that he wanted to close during business hours to go take care of a personal errand. And initially, when I heard that, I automatically had a lot of other solutions and wondered why weren't those solutions pursued instead of what he pursued, which was asking his boss, which yes is his close friend, for this favor, as he called it. If I was in a position even remotely similar to this, I would, number one, maybe ask a friend to help me out if it had to be done right now and couldn't be done after work. Maybe, you know, figuring out how to do it after I got off of work or before I went in the next day. To me, this was not a a true emergency. This was not something that was life or death. Like, oh, I have to take care of this. My kid is sick. I have to take my dog to the vet. I have to handle this right now, or things are not going to be good. So I just kind of automatically wondered why those choices were not pursued instead of asking to close a retail store during business hours, whether or not your friend is your boss. So I want to go ahead and play that initial video because I do have it saved. And then we will get into the follow-up of what he has had to say as updates to this situation. So I will roll that right now. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit because it is around 5 minutes, but then we will continue the conversation.
Hi, my name is Tan, and I just got fired for the second time ever in my entire life. I want to first start off by saying I am more than appreciative and grateful for the time that I had at Capital Thrill. It was a bright spot and when I was in one of the darkest places in my life. And I also thank the owner who gave me an opportunity to work there. The owner of Capital Thrill is also the person that makes all of my merch that I sell to you guys. And a friend of mine. I thought like a close friend of mine that I really cared for. About a month ago though, the owner and I got into it. I had asked for a favor where for the first time ever, I would close the shop real quick, run to his other shop where I get all my merch done, pick up a bunch of merch that I was really needing. Like I was really needing it, and run back. And I even said, hey man, like I know this is special circumstances. I've never done something like this before, but can I do it? It would have taken me about 20 minutes. And mind you, I just paid this person $30,000 plus for all of this merch. And he knows everything in the position that I'm in and what I'm going through. From Mexico, this person is like, how dare you ask that essentially? Like, no way. How could you even fathom that? This industry is retail and like we need consistent hours. Even though literally hours before all of this, before I had asked him, he had told me I could take the week off for mental health because he knew I was going through a lot. So eventually through this, he's just like pouring on me and like shitting on me. And I'm like, finally like, dude, what the fuck? Like, how dare you? I was like, read the room. I just paid you $30,000. I've never missed a day of work since I've worked here. So many of my followers come in and have spent thousands of dollars. I've watched it with my own eyes at your shop that I've never benefited from and never even wanted or even cared about. And you have the audacity to tell me that I can't run real quick for a very special occasion that you know about to run and go do this real quick. Like, I think that's really offensive and like, how dare you? Eventually he's like, oh dude, I'm sorry. Like, my bad. I get it. My bad. I'm sorry. From Mexico, mind you. And I'm like, I don't really fucking believe that apology. And also I think it's way deeper and way more intense than you're making it out to be. And I'm actually like really offended. All month, we keep getting into it via merch, right? Like, he's like, dude, it just was uncomfortable and there's a lot of tension because that's what happens. We talked for maybe 10 minutes. He showed up with a quad shot and he was like, hey, here's my peace offering, right? We go down and speak in private. He gives me this grandiose apology and like, oh, I'm standing on, I'm just like, blah, 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 at first. And then I start telling him how I feel and how his behaviors and actions towards me aren't okay and I didn't appreciate it. And guess who didn't want to hear it? Guess who didn't want to fucking hear it? So then eventually he starts saying, dude, it's just one of the most bizarre experiences I've ever had when it comes to like someone being so tone deaf to the situation, the relationship in front of them. And I wasn't going to fold on this. I was like, you fucking wronged me, dude. And you're going to hear this because I didn't deserve that shit. Because I don't deserve that shit. And I knew he wasn't going to hear it. And I didn't really know it was going to go exactly like this. But eventually I was like, so what are we going to do, dude? And he was like, yeah, I'm going to let you go. And I was like, all right, I'm going to get my shit and I'm fucking out of here. It's just fucking heartbreaking, dude. It's fucking heartbreaking. I've tried to just give to this person from the moment I've known them and be sweet and loving and positive and supportive. And fucking, this person was asking me to help them with their dreams, to take their dreams fucking work that they had, his little shop that had failed, and help him. He wanted me to do that, but couldn't give me just the respect and the consideration, love, and empathy that anyone deserves. Anyone fucking deserves. And then if you can't hear it, if you can't fucking hear it, that's on you, not me, when I need to tell you how your actions and behaviors made me feel, dude. That's not okay. That's not fucking fair. I'm not upset that I was fired. I'm not upset that I'm not working there anymore because in the position I'm even at in my life, I need to like move on from that and do my own thing once and for all. But it's just heartbreaking. And then I know so many people every day are going through shit like this. This isn't even like some fucking Amazon thing. This is some small business owner, right? Seeing me in the trenches trying to figure out my fucking life. Never again, dude. Never again. I am done shrinking, fucking kneeling, helping anyone else fucking do their dream. It's my dreams or nothing. And if I can't, I want to help inspire other people's fucking dreams, but I am not fundamentally helping anyone anymore. Not like that. It's all for me now, dude.
One of the big takeaways from his initial video that I had was I kind of felt like, okay, this is somebody who apologized and he had deemed that apology unacceptable, and therefore things continue to progress to the point where he was fired from his job. But either way, to make this make sense, let's allow him to continue to talk, and now I will start inserting my commentary throughout.
All right, here's a follow-up video from the viral video of me getting fired, and this is some random comment that I'm like replying to. Some points to like touch on first, just outright, from what I've seen, I guess. Number one, this person was my friend first. Then I started working with him doing my merch business second. Then I started working with this person thirdly. In our relationship evolution, I worked at his shop managing it thirdly out of our entire relationship. So when you guys hear it's like an employee boss situation, I tried my best to offer context to the entire situation. Apparently no one like really like listened to that, and that's fine. But this was much deeper than just like a simple boss employee situation. But other than that, so check it out. I'm the only person that ran that shop. So 7 hours a day from Thursday to Sunday, it would just be me. I took no breaks ever. I was not like taking breaks. So I was at the shop, start to finish, open to close, 11 to 7 or 11 to 6. Every day I was there. No other employees to cover. So if I have to go to the bathroom, anything, eat, anything like that, there's no bathroom on site, no kitchen, right? So it's fucking crazy. Secondly, if I felt like any type of apology given to me was like valid and actually sincere, I would have left it at that and been like, thank you, and we would have grown. And also, this wasn't even a hate video against a person necessarily, but just the fucking situation and how people handle themselves. It's wild that, like, I'm not surprised at the interpretation what it's been, but, like, you guys are so fucking...
The one thing that I will say is he is putting the fact that he was friends first, then it became a working relationship at the tip top of this list of things that he's continuing to elaborate on. The thing that I will say is I understand if you're friends and you're jolly and all of those good things first. However, once you insert or enter into a professional working relationship with somebody, being friends with them is only going to get you so far, because now it's about money. Now it's about running a business. And, you know, I've heard from the time that I was very young, you know, don't go into business with your friends, because chances are your friendships are going to end up being destroyed over this business deal. And even if things are amazing for 24 years, that 25th year, things could go totally haywire and it could end badly. So is that friendship something that you are willing to risk so that you can enter into a business relationship with this person? That's a personal choice. However, I think that it's holding a little bit too much weight in this situation, instead of it being like, okay, well, yeah, we were friends, but I was also asking to do a personal errand on company time. Let's be honest, you were not at this store for 12 hours a day for 5 or 6 days a week, Thursday to Sunday. So that means that there were other days that could have been an option to take care of personal errands. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, those would have been days where you can do personal stuff. You can go to the doctor, you can take care of going to the post office, picking up merch, doing whatever you need to do. This stance comes off as very entitled, and I think that's why it kind of hit me in the wrong way, but let's allow him to continue to explain.
Far off. If you want to like judge this from a employer-employee perspective, that's fine. And yeah, if I was like, hey, can I close this really busy store and do this personal errand real quick? That would be fucking crazy. This store I work at and manage and run is not busy. It does not have people coming in at 24/7. That's why I was working there, to try and help bring in traffic. Ding dong. So by someone saying like, yo, don't close the shop, I need to make money, and it's not even fucking busy, when I just paid that person $40,000, right, to fucking have merch that I was trying to pick up from them. So like, it's so much more deeper than you guys are really fucking giving it credit for. That's crazy to me. Also, I made the fucking video to share my fucking experience, dude. It's my life. I don't care what anyone weighs in on, how they morally view my shit. Literally, this is my experience and my platform. I'll say and do whatever I want, and I didn't even fucking do anything wrong. The video.
But even if the store is not busy and overflowing with customers and foot traffic and all that kind of stuff, like I understand that to a certain extent. However, at the same time, there were other options available. I understand fully that there are true emergencies that happen on company time. And I think that most people understand that. There are things that happen that you have no warning, and the only solution is for you to literally physically go handle this problem. I think that most people understand that, especially people that are trying to, operate a business. But this sounds, again, like something that could have easily been handled after hours. It could have been something that was outsourced, and you ask a friend, you ask somebody if you have to have it right now. Like, I don't know, this just doesn't seem like a true, I have to go put this fire out and I have no other choice kind of situation. I think that he's really trying to blur the line of this was my friend versus this is my boss. And I will say I've never run a small business, but I will also extend the understanding of when you are a small business, every customer counts. And if there's one customer that walks by your store and you are closed during business hours, word of mouth is either your best friend or your worst enemy. And that could be one person who literally tells 10 of their local friends, hey, yeah, I went by that shop at, 2:00. They should have been open. Business was closed. Whatever's going on over there, who knows, kind of deal. And that could, really end up basically biting you in the ass.
Video's purpose was to share an experience. That's it. You guys had the right to weigh in on it. I had the right to fucking talk about it. Done. Secondly, thirdly, fourthly, fifthly, whatever the fuck, I was using that video as like kind of an announcement to say like, I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to open my own shop. That person knew it. I knew it. Everyone knew it. Now all the strangers new to my platform and just seeing like hyper fixated on that one viral video.
So if you're going to do whatever you want, then, and if you don't care about what people have to say about it, then why is that original video deleted? And why are we making part 2s and part 3s and responding to people in the comments? It's just not a very I'm unbothered look to me personally. And I think a lot of people would agree on that.
Video, sure, but you guys don't even know what's good. Ask any one of my followers or the people that have been involved with me the last 2 years of my life as I've been making content. Then they fucking get it. So like, tell me what I need to be accountable for. Tell me what I'm wrong for, and I'll listen. I'm always available to listen. But I slighted nobody. I wronged nobody. That's the whole fucking point. The last thing I'll say is when people talk about age or they talk about, oh, you're 30 or this is fucking cringe. I get it. But also, you don't fucking know. Like, you don't know that this is just my life and this is what I'm doing. You're coming in at a pinpoint situation and missing everything else. I'm not too worried about it. This is just like what I'm doing and this is how I share my life. But you guys just need to fucking like read the room, watch the video and listen to what I'm saying. Like, put yourself.
I think that he posted that initial video thinking that it was going to be applauded and be widely accepted by everybody. But when people started to side with the business owner and understand that, hey, this actually kind of makes sense as to why the business owner was upset with you, I don't think that he expected it to go that way. And I feel like I do agree with some of the comments saying that this feels a little bit like a tantrum. It feels a little bit like things aren't going my way. People are not in my corner. So I'm going to continue to double down and tell people to read the room. And it's just not a good look. It's really not a good look. I think that With social media growing the way that it has grown over the past few years, especially, it's very interesting when people bring this kind of trouble to social media and kind of air it out. And it's just wild to me. It's like this person employed you, they allowed you to make TikToks in their store, literally using company time. You were able to film TikToks. Do you think that I would ever be able to film a damn TikTok or YouTube video sitting in my office? First of all, I would never. But secondly, like, I would never expect my employer to be okay with that. I would fully expect if I made a TikTok or YouTube video sitting in my office at work, I would fully expect to be fired the next day. Because making social media content on company time, on company property, is wild. That's a wild concept on its own. Some of the comments here, I want to move on to his final part and close out my thoughts, but a lot of the comments are just saying you're mad at him for prioritizing his business when you were trying to do the same. You read the room. Someone else said friends first means nothing. This is why you don't work with friends or family. You are asking for special treatment because of that. That is taking advantage. Somebody else said, I was listening loud and clear, but now I think I'm more on your boss's side. Zero accountability. Stop being so entitled and plan better. People listened, they just don't agree with how you handled it. Imagine not getting sympathy the first time, so you make a second video and you still don't get sympathy. You do care or you wouldn't have posted this. So much yapping. I personally don't understand why this wasn't done after work hours. Call a friend, have a friend help you out. Like, I don't know, if you have $30,000 to be thrown around on merch, I'm sure that you could pay your friend a couple $100s. Pay them $200, have them run the errand for you, or do it later. Merch is not a life or death situation, but let's listen to his final part and then I will give you guys my final thoughts.
I'm involved, so we're just gonna keep going. Okay, we're just gonna keep doing it. Let's set some rules for this controversy of me getting fired and me being in the wrong or me feeling like I'm not in the wrong and you guys are just tripping or whatever, right? And the rule should be, and a lot of you guys say this, that this relationship was strictly employer-employee. I was asking for a personal favor on company time and the employer said no, and I freaked the fuck out and like I'm super entitled and delusional and like I'm in the wrong, right? That's the rule set. So if that's the case, in that setting, what I was asking for, and even what I texted my boss asking, was for an unpaid off-the-clock break, right? That's what I was asking for. And that's why my employer ended up apologizing, because he denied my request for an off-the-clock legal break, which is why I got so upset. Not just because it was just personal and I was like, you're my friend, I should be able to do this, but I was saying, dude, I'm asking you for an off-the-clock break. That's actually not...
I want to read this comment really quick because it directly ties into what he just said. Somebody said, unpaid off-the-clock breaks require someone to keep the store open and running. Otherwise, you're asking to run a personal errand while locking the doors during business hours. You are in the wrong. Let's continue.
Legal to tell me I can't do that. And I wasn't even pressing on the legality of it. I was low-key just kind of like, hey, that just seems kind of fucked up. What? So you guys are literally telling me I'm wrong for wanting to take a 20-minute break. But since I was honest and said, yeah, it was for business between him and I anyways, to go pick up merch from his other business, it's like now all of a sudden it's just like super vague and like the rules aren't what the rules should be. It's insane that you guys are telling me that I was wrong for personal favor or not. If I was asking for Fred to go to the vet real quick, or didn't even have to disclose why I wanted to take a break, I'm still owed a break. Which is why, like, so all you guys saying that I'm in the wrong, that homie was apologized. That's why he apologized to me. That's why he came to me and was like, I was wrong. But, and this is the second thing that you guys are really like on me about, is that when he apologized twice or whatever, that I just didn't accept it. And it's not that I didn't accept his apology, is that after everything that he did, I didn't...
Asking your boss to take your dog to the vet is something completely outside of, hey, I want to go take care of this personal errand that is making me money on the side. so that I can close your business and go take care of it. People are sympathetic towards, I can speak from personal experience. Like if I went to my higher ups and I said, I need to leave and take Axel to the vet, something is going on right now, they would be very sympathetic towards that. But I would never dare go to them and ask, hey, can I go, film a YouTube vlog? Like what? That's just, you can't really compare going on a merch run versus wanting to take your dog to the vet.
Trust him anymore, so I didn't even know if he was being fucking sincere. If you guys take face value, I'm sorry, as like enough, and you just like forgive people for doing whack shit because what he did was whack, that's on you, but that's not how I roll. If I ever do something wrong to someone and they want to tell me how my behaviors and actions affected them, I'm going to allow them that space and have with all of my friends and family and anyone I've had conflict with. That's normal. And when I started saying how it made me feel, he quickly wanted to shut it down and also started throwing shit in my face. So I said, what are we going to do? And he said, I'm going to let you go. That video has taken my power back, dude. Like, the owner and I are still on business terms. We're still going to be doing tons of business together. But this was a mixture, and like a lot of you guys say, a mixture of business and personal shit, which is why I can talk about it, because it's my personal life, But like, yo, really?
So here's the thing, there are still a lot of people completely disagreeing with him in the comments section. Here's how I think that this should have gone, in my personal opinion. As a content creator, bringing this kind of drama to TikTok and then getting upset when people are not in your corner or on your side about it is a big, it's a little icky to me. It's a little, I feel like I'm in a weird position as a subscriber because it kind of feels like someone is having a little bit of a tantrum. This feels like something that should have been handled offline. There could have been a very simple announcement made. Hey, I am no longer working at Capital Thrill or Capital Trill or whatever the shop's name is. We've decided to go our separate ways. We are still going to work on other projects together, but I will no longer be working at the storefront, and that could have been it. I just feel like this is way too much. It's very, I just think that trying to compare taking your living, breathing dog to the vet, comparing that to going on a merch pickup, like the math ain't mathin'. And I'm still going to continue to support Tan because I do like him, but I do hope that over the coming days he can take a step back and realize that this was simply not right on his part. It was not right for him to share. It was not right for him to double and triple down. And unfortunately, I think that it just put a lot of people in kind of the same spot I'm in, where it's like, I really like you, dude, but this is just a bad look. So since I'm constantly delivering commentary on, I don't like this, I don't like that, I wanted to deliver something where it's like, I like this creator, but I just think that this was simply a bad take. But I'm going to continue to support them because I don't think that this was malicious or cruel or hateful. I just think that it was a bad take, and I wish that it wasn't doubled and tripled down on. So I want to know how y'all feel. Are you business owners? Are you content creators? Do you work full time, but you're also trying to create content? I want to hear from everyone on this. How do you feel? So sound off down below. If you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.